So good morning, everyone. How are you doing on this beautiful Monday morning in Ohio?
Good morning.
So the cooler temps have moved out and we're gonna be actually in the 80s most of this week, but it looks like pretty darn good weather with a few chances of rain later on this week. But it looks like we'll at least get some mowing in, maybe a couple days, 2-3 days worth. But right now, TQ and I are taking advantage, and we're heading about an hour west of us to get something looked at real quick for the box truck, and it will make a large impact if we can get it done in time. We're hoping before the equip, 100% hoping before the equip, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Right, but yeah, I guess once we get there, we'll show you what we're doing, and yeah, it should be pretty darn exciting.
You know what gets me?
What?
Is when you're driving by your neighbors and they just
Yeah,
like...
look at this guy. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, look at you, bud.
Yeah, you got a stop sign.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
What gets me is when you drive past your neighbor in this nice big box truck and they're like, their heads turning like, what did they do now? Like,
I'm not gonna lie, you do get some pretty good looks.
you do.
The girls are like,
I feel ya.
that's why TQ's always riding with me now.
Don't fall out. All right, we're here at the gas station. Gotta get some fuel. Gotta get some fuel in the old truck.
Yeah, I was gonna say too, a bunch of you were telling me, make sure I don't flip the cab forward with anything in it. When I flipped it forward yesterday, we literally just had picked it up, guys. There was nothing in this truck. I mean, other than maybe a little bit of paperwork, and it never moved. So appreciate the concern though, and I could definitely see that being a problem for knocking the window out.
Well, at least you don't have to get up underneath this truck to fuel it up.
That is very true. Very true. Currently at, what are we at, TQ? 331, is that what this is?
Yep, 331.
So it should be cheaper than my fill up the other day, which was I think it was $106 in Pennsylvania, but Pennsylvania was $3.99 where we got it at there, and I think it was Harrisburg, Hershey area.
You said $3.99?
$3.99, yeah. They're about 60 cents higher than us in our area right now, which Pennsylvania is typically higher.
How big's this gas tank, do you know?
30 gallons, I'd say. We'll be back though as soon as we get done getting filled up though. They're playing music really loud, so we gotta keep talking or we'll get copyrighted.
We can dance. We're here.
Let's go talk to the man or
About
women.
a plan. It's getting easier to get out of this truck by myself. I don't need a step stool. My chapstick fell.
I recentered the truck in the middle of the parking lot here because what they do is actually 360 photos completely around this thing. I mean, from top to bottom. They get every square inch of it and then they plug it into their system. So this is what we're thinking. Big SP logo right there, Spencer Products underneath, and then small lettering. We'll have our website, spencerproducts.com. And then on the cab itself, we're gonna do a small SP right there, just the SP. I don't think we'll put Spencer Products. Same thing on the front and on the driver's door as well. I think it'll look really slick and really cool. So yeah, that's what we're thinking. Now fingers crossed on timeline. All right, guys, so we got all the measurements taken. You would not believe how many measurements there are whenever you're looking into getting a cab wrapped. Now the box is simple, you know, we're not going crazy with it, just because we did look into possibly rewrapping it black with the logo into it, but it just doesn't make sense to waste all that material for an already black cab. So, or for a black box. So now we're just looking into the cab. We good back there, TQ?
Yep.
Alright, just let me back out here real quick, guys. Anyways, so wrapping the cab black as well versus painting it. So like I explained to them, I said, you know, the box is our main focus right now. We want to get that logoed up. And then, you know, throughout the winter, we can always, if it's cost effective to wrap it, we can wrap it. If it's not, you know, versus painting, we'll paint it. But it's just really figuring out what's the better deal for the business. So if you've ever went into this, they have to measure like every square inch of the cabin box, especially because like the wrap, you know, when you're bending it around something, that eats up length and width. So you got to measure with extra in mind. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing right now. We got one more pit stop for the truck, and yeah, we're gonna hopefully have enough time to get these blades swapped over to start mulching. That's what we're gonna do.
Mulching season.
Yeah, we're gonna mulch up the little bit of leaves on the properties, you know, obviously not with a mulch kit, but we're gonna switch over to mulch blades, and with our flex chute blocker, we should be able to maintain them until they really start dropping here, and then by then, I hope the box is done. All right, guys, so we're out in the middle of nowhere. We just left Troyer's. TQ's like, look, I want to drive a truck. I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared to death. I'm not gonna tell her that, but I'm scared to death, guys. Pray for me. TQ can drive a lot of trucks. This one's gonna scare me. All right, TQ's first time.
Okay, I don't like this hanging here.
You can unclip it.
All right.
I have all the confidence in the world in TQ getting us home. Well, getting us to our next stop safely.
Okay, how do I scoot this
It's right
up?
there by your right hand, yep. Get my seatbelt on here. Safety first, right, guys? Seatbelt.
Is there an automatic mirror adjustment?
No, there's not.
So I gotta reach out there?
If you can't see them, yeah. So we're getting TQ comfortable here.
I have to adjust everything.
Yeah, you gotta remember, we went back 15 years, so you didn't get automatic mirrors back then. I'm sure some vehicles did, but not the Isuzu. How's this one over here for you?
That one looks good.
Sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Make sure my seatbelt's on.
Well, maybe it needs to come in a little bit. Well,
A little bit?
Yeah. Oh, not that much. Nope. Too much.
Too much?
Yeah. I can almost see you. Right there. Yep. Yep.
All right.
All right. You got your safety belt on?
Yep. Let me make sure it's working. Yep, it's working.
Okay. So just what do I put this on?
The top one.
The 4?
4, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and try the brakes real quick. Just make sure they work with your legs. Okay.
Good.
Good.
All right. Oh, this is so weird.
It is different, guys, because I mean, it's like right there. I will say it's phenomenal when you're turning. Backing up, obviously you got a blind spot behind you, but probably one of my funnest vehicles to drive, other than like some sports cars I've driven throughout my life.
Yeah, you've expressed how you enjoy driving this truck.
It's fun. It's just different. Like, you keep your eyes on the road, TQ.
Okay. There's cars coming near me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You're good.
Woo. Okay. Okay.
It's got that air ride in it, huh?
Oh man. Okay.
You gotta have your big girl toppers on there, huh?
Yeah.
Hold things in place.
For sure.
So with the engine and everything like right here under the cab, the wheels right here underneath, when you hit a bump, you hit a bump. You feel it in here, you know what I'm saying? Like like being on a school bus when you were little.
I mean, the suspension's nice.
Yeah, it's like floating. It's like floating. Anyways,
I don't know where I'm going.
I'm gonna let TQ, you're just going straight for now. We're gonna get back to the highway. We got about 30 minutes till we get to our next stop. So wish me luck, guys. No, I'm just kidding. TQ's a good driver. So we made it back home here. We ended up having to cancel our other appointment we had. Just took us a lot longer to get back than I anticipated. It's a good drive out there to Troyer Signs, but
and I did go a little slower than I should have.
yeah, it's all right though. It's first time driving the truck. We got here safely, so that's good. Good job, TQ.
Thank you.
All right, guys, so it is time to make the change. Let's get on some mulching blades. So normally I will run Oregon mulching blades, Gator blades, something along that lines. But Corey Ballard and Ballard Products sent us the gold blades at the beginning of the year, and we ran them in springtime. And I had them sharpened up. And now we're gonna put them on for what they're actually intended for, and that is mulching season. So I'm gonna give these babies a go this week and see how they do. I'm anticipating really good results out of these. So yeah, everything you guys get to see us mulching up this week, gonna have the gold blades on it. Remember, you can use code Spencer to save yourself some money. And I'll put a link in the description. These typically sell out pretty darn quick. I know Corey and them, they go through blades really, really fast. We had a bent blade on there. So we had a bent blade on there. Had to have happened right towards the end of last week, so glad I caught it. That one will go into the scrap pile. So what is the difference between mulching blades and high lift blades that we typically run? So during the beginning of the year, springtime, we're getting a ton of growth here in Ohio. We'll get 10 inches of growth, no problem, guys, in springtime. We run high lift blades, okay? It can be an OEM, it can be an Oregon, it can be whatever blade. Just get yourself a good quality high lift blade. And then we'll run those pretty much all summer long. And then once we get here to the drier part of the year and going into fall, we'll switch over to a mulching blade. Just helps condense some of that stuff down and get rid of it into the lawn until it's actually time to do full fall cleanups. Come in with the big vac, suck everything up, remove it, spring fall cleanups, stuff like that. With that being said, a mistake that a lot of landscapers make is they put mulching blades on their bagging units. You do not want to do that, okay? It is not the way they're built to run. You want to run a high lift blade that will help it get up into that system and then get it out, okay? You don't want to mulch those leaves up and then put them up into the bagger. A lot of times it'll actually work against you, believe it or not. And if you ask any dealer that knows what they're talking about, they're gonna tell you the exact same thing. Do not run mulching blades with your bagging system, okay? It's not the way they're designed. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We're gonna be back at it tomorrow. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys. We'll talk to you later. TQ out, peace, bye-bye.